What if I told you that you already have everything you need to be great? That the only thing standing between you and success is the way you see yourself? That the world will only believe in you to the extent that you believe in yourself? Act as if you are the best. Walk into every room like you belong there. Speak with the confidence of someone who has already won. Train your mind to know, without a doubt, that no one is better than you. Not because you think you're perfect. Not because you have all the answers, but because you refuse to let doubt hold you back. Because you know that success is not reserved for the few, it's claimed by those who decide they deserve it. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Every great success starts with a burning desire. Not a passing wish, not a vague dream, but an obsession with your goal. The people who win in life don't just want success, they must have it. Their desire fuels them through every obstacle, every failure, every challenge. Take a moment to reflect on the great achievers of history, people who changed the world through sheer determination and an unrelenting drive. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Did he wish for success? No, he was obsessed with making his vision a reality. He saw his success as inevitable no matter how many setbacks he encountered. So ask yourself, what do you truly want? Not what society tells you to want, not what seems practical or safe, but what sets your soul on fire. What vision keeps you awake at night? What goal would you chase even if you had to face failure 1,000 times? That is your burning desire. That is the fuel that will push you forward when challenges arise. Once you identify this goal, write it down, put it on paper, make it tangible. Studies have shown that writing down your goals significantly increases your chances of achieving them. Why? Because it moves them from a vague thought into a concrete target. When you write something down, it becomes real, it becomes a commitment. Then see it in your mind every single day. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools of success. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers use it to condition their minds for victory. If you can see yourself achieving your goal, if you can feel it as if it has already happened, you create an unstoppable momentum. Your brain starts working towards making that vision a reality. But visualization alone is not enough. You must act as if achieving your goal is inevitable. Too many people dream, but few take action. They wait for the perfect time, the right circumstances, or a guarantee of success. But the truth is, success belongs to those who move, who take risks, who step into the unknown with unwavering belief. Success is not about luck, it's about commitment. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work and refusing to quit, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when the world tells you it's impossible. Because here's the secret. The moment you decide that your success is non-negotiable, the universe starts aligning in your favor. You will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances. You will develop the resilience needed to push through setbacks. And most importantly, you will become the person who is worthy of the success you desire. So make the decision now. No more excuses. No more waiting. Turn your desire into an obsession. Write it down. See it, feel it, and then take massive action. Because those who win in life don't just hope for success. They demand it. And they stop at nothing until they achieve it. To faith, believing in yourself when no one else does. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Success is not merely about working hard. It is about cultivating an unshakable belief that you will succeed. This belief is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. When the odds are stacked against you, when the world tells you that you cannot do it, your faith is the driving force that keeps you moving forward. Without it, obstacles become insurmountable, but with it, even the most impossible goals become attainable. Faith is not just an abstract emotion, it is a choice. Every single day, you must wake up and decide to believe in yourself, despite the setbacks, despite the failures, and despite the doubts that try to creep into your mind. It is easy to believe when everything is going well, but true faith is demonstrated when the circumstances seem hopeless. That is when you must stand firm and remind yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I will succeed. The greatest minds in history understood this principle. Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile industry not because he had resources, but because he had faith in his ideas. Oprah Winfrey overcame rejection and hardship, but she persisted because she refused to believe in failure. These individuals did not let the world dictate their worth. Instead, they imposed their belief upon the world, and the world had no choice but to follow. You see, the mind is a powerful tool. It can either propel you toward success or drag you into the abyss of doubt and failure. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe you are destined to fail, you will unconsciously make decisions that lead to failure. But if you believe with every fiber of your being that success is inevitable, then your actions will reflect that certainty, and the universe will respond in kind. This is not about blind optimism. This is about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your goals. It is about developing an unwavering conviction that success is not a matter of if, but when. Your mind must be conditioned to expect success. When you do this, opportunities will appear where others see obstacles. Solutions will emerge where others see problems. But belief alone is not enough. You must act. You must take bold steps in the direction of your vision. You must persist even when the results are not immediate. The road to success is rarely smooth. It is filled with challenges, failures, and rejections, but those who keep moving forward, armed with an indomitable belief in themselves, are the ones who eventually reach their destination. Ask yourself, what would you do if you knew, without a doubt, that you would succeed? How would you carry yourself? How would you speak? How would you approach challenges? Act as if you are already successful, and soon enough reality will catch up to your belief. Winners do not wait for external validation. They create their own certainty and force the world to recognize their worth. The truth is, no one else will believe in you until you believe in yourself. No one will invest in your dreams if you hesitate to invest in them first. If you doubt yourself, the world will reflect that doubt back to you. But if you carry yourself with confidence, if you operate as though success is inevitable, you will draw opportunities, allies, and resources toward you like a magnet. In the end, success is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who dare to believe in themselves, even when no one else does. The world does not determine your potential, you do. So wake up every day and choose to believe. Choose to act as though you are already a winner, and soon the world will have no choice but to follow. 3.auto suggestion, training your mind for success. The most successful people in history, John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, all understood one fundamental truth. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every invention, every breakthrough, every empire first existed as a mere thought before it materialized into the world. What you believe about yourself, about your abilities, and about your future determines the actions you take and ultimately the life you create. Your mind is like a powerful computer, constantly running programs based on the beliefs you install in it. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will operate accordingly, leading you toward failure and negativity. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will operate accordingly, leading you toward failure and negativity. But if you consciously program your mind for success, if you choose to feed it with confidence, ambition, and certainty, your life will transform before your eyes. Every day you must take control of this programming. The world around you is filled with distractions, with negativity, with people who will tell you that you can't do it. But you must be the one who decides what thoughts take root in your mind. You must actively rewire your brain for success. How? By speaking powerful affirmations, by visualizing yourself, achieving your goals, by training your subconscious mind to expect success. When you wake up in the morning, before the day begins, declare your dominance over your own life. Stand tall, look yourself in the mirror, and affirm, I am the best. I am unstoppable. I am destined for greatness. At first, your mind may resist. Years of negative conditioning may whisper, but what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Ignore it. Those thoughts are remnants of a past you are leaving behind. Keep repeating your affirmations. Keep reinforcing your belief, because over time your mind will accept these statements as fact. And when your mind believes it, your actions will follow. Your thoughts dictate your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. If you believe you are unstoppable, you will carry yourself with confidence. If you believe success is inevitable, you will persist through obstacles. If you believe you are destined for greatness, you will attract opportunities that others miss. But belief alone is not enough. You must act in alignment with that belief. A champion doesn't just say they are great. They train, they practice, they refine their skills every single day. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just think about wealth, they take calculated risks. They innovate, they outwork their competition. So ask yourself, what would the best version of you do today? How would the most successful you think, act, and carry themselves? Start living that way now. Not tomorrow, not when things feel right, now. Repetition is the key. The more you affirm, visualize, and act in alignment with success, the more natural it becomes. It shifts from being a practice to being your identity. And once success becomes your identity, nothing can stop you. The world will try to shape you. Society will try to impose limits on you. But remember, you control your thoughts. You control your reality. The most powerful weapon you have is your mind. Train it, program it, and unleash its full potential. Wake up every day and declare it. I am the best. I am unstoppable. Because once you believe it, the world will have no choice but to believe it too. 4, specialized knowledge. Know more, be more. General knowledge is not enough. It is specialized knowledge that creates success. The world does not reward people who simply know a little about everything. It rewards those who become masters of their craft. The highest achievers, the greatest innovators, the wealthiest individuals, they all have one thing in common. They dominate a specific area of expertise. Hard work alone is not enough. Countless people work hard every single day, yet they remain stuck in mediocrity. Why? Because they lack the depth of knowledge required to stand out. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is mastery. The best in the world are not just those who put in the effort. They are those who sharpen their skills to an elite level. They have an edge that others do not. So what do you need to master? What skill, knowledge, or expertise will set you apart? This is the question that separates winners from the rest. If you want to be at the top of your field, you must possess knowledge that others do not have. You must develop an understanding so deep and refined that it makes you irreplaceable. This requires a relentless commitment to learning. You must study, you must read, you must learn from the best. Seek out mentors, dissect their strategies, and apply their lessons. Read books that expand your thinking. Watch the industry leaders and analyze what makes them successful. Do not settle for surface-level understanding. Go deep, learn the nuances, and master the details. In today's world, information is everywhere. But consuming information passively is not enough. You must take action. Knowledge without application is wasted potential. Too many people read books or attend seminars yet never implement what they learn. The real power of specialized knowledge comes when you apply it. Test it in the real world. Experiment, fail, adjust, refine. Keep going until your knowledge turns into skill and your skill turns into mastery. And when you achieve mastery, your value skyrockets. The world pays top dollar for experts. Companies, clients, and customers do not look for generalists. They seek out specialists who can solve their problems better than anyone else. The more valuable your knowledge, the more opportunities will open for you. The more refined your skills, the more indispensable you become. But here's the secret. Mastery is a moving target. You can never stop learning. The moment you think you've made it is the moment you start falling behind. The world evolves, industries change, and new knowledge emerges. If you want to stay ahead, you must continue to grow. The best in the world never stop improving, so commit to it right now. Decide to pursue mastery. Choose a field, a skill, an industry, whatever it is that aligns with your goals. Dive deep. Study relentlessly. Absorb every piece of knowledge you can find, and most importantly, apply what you learn. Let your actions separate you from the rest. General knowledge makes you average. Specialized knowledge makes you powerful. Be the one who knows what others don't. Be the one who has mastered what others have only dabbled in. And watch as the world rewards you for it. 5, decision. Success belongs to the decisive age. A study of thousands of people who failed in life found one critical pattern. Lack of decision was one of the biggest reasons for failure. The inability to make decisions, the hesitation, the constant second guessing. These are the silent killers of dreams. Opportunities slip away not because people are incapable, but because they hesitate, overthink, and wait for the right moment. Indecision kills dreams. It is the poison that paralyzes action and ensures mediocrity. Every moment spent doubting, analyzing, or waiting for the perfect scenario is a moment lost forever. The most successful people in the world understand this. They make decisions fast and with confidence. They trust themselves, their instincts, and their ability to figure things out along the way. They don't need endless approval or reassurance. They decide, they act, and they adjust as necessary. Look at the greatest leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries in history. They did not wait for permission to chase their dreams. They did not sit around debating every possible outcome. They moved with speed and conviction. Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile industry because he made bold decisions. The difference between success and failure often comes down to a simple choice. Will you take action or will you delay? The world does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. The best people in any field don't waste time doubting themselves. They decide, they commit, and they execute. And here's the truth. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have every answer before you begin. You just need to start. Most people think they need more information, more certainty, or more experience before they can take action. But that's a lie. Clarity comes from action, not from endless analysis. The more decisions you make, the sharper your instincts become. The more risks you take, the better you learn to navigate uncertainty. Successful people understand that even a wrong decision is better than no decision. Why? Because every decision leads to learning, to experience, and to growth. Even mistakes push you forward. Failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. The real danger is not making the wrong choice, but making no choice at all. Think about this. How many times have you waited too long to make a decision and lost an opportunity? How many moments of doubt have cost you progress? Now ask yourself, what would happen if you just decided right now to move forward with full confidence? How much further would you be? It's time to trust yourself. It's time to act as if you are the best, because the best don't waste time questioning their every move. They take bold steps. They learn and they grow. They do not wait for certainty, they create it. So make the decision. Stop overthinking, stop hesitating. Whatever dream, goal, or vision you have, commit to it. Step forward with confidence. The world belongs to those who decide, those who commit, and those who execute. Be that person, and watch as your life transforms. 6, persistence. Refuse to quit. No great success comes without obstacles. The road to achievement is never smooth. It is filled with failures, setbacks, and challenges designed to test your willpower. Every great winner in history, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, faced obstacles that would have broken an ordinary person. But they never stopped. They refused to surrender to failure. And that is what set them apart. Failure is not the end. It is a lesson, a stepping stone, a necessary part of success. Edison failed over 1,000,000 times before he perfected the light bulb. Henry Ford went bankrupt multiple times before revolutionizing the automobile industry. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Yet none of them let failure define them. They understood a fundamental truth. As long as you keep moving forward, you never truly fail. One of the greatest examples of resilience comes from the 1930s during the Great Depression. Millions of people lost everything, jobs, homes, businesses. It was a time of immense suffering, but within that crisis lay an opportunity. Those who refused to quit, those who adapted, those who pushed forward despite the hardships became the next wave of millionaires. The Great Depression didn't just destroy fortunes, it created them. Because the people who kept going, the ones who refused to surrender, positioned themselves for success when the economy rebounded. They understood that adversity is temporary, but quitting is permanent. The lesson is clear. Success belongs to those who endure. When life knocks you down, you have two choices: stay down or rise stronger. The world does not reward those who quit, it rewards those who persist. The most powerful mindset you can adopt is to act as if you cannot lose. When you remove quitting as an option, you force yourself to find solutions. You push through the pain, the failures, and the doubt until victory is the only outcome left. Look at any self-made success story and you will see the same pattern: resilience, persistence, and an unbreakable belief in oneself. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the ability to keep going when others stop. It is the ability to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. Ask yourself, how many times have you stopped short of success because things got too hard? How many dreams have you abandoned because the obstacles seemed too big? Now, imagine if you had kept going. Imagine where you would be if you refused to quit. You must train your mind to see obstacles as challenges, not barriers. The struggle is what shapes you. The pain is what strengthens you. Every time you push past a failure, you become stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the success that is coming your way. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when doubt creeps in, when you question if it's worth it. In those moments, remind yourself, if you refuse to quit, you never truly fail. The only real failure is stopping before you reach the finish line. Everything else is just part of the journey. Success is reserved for those who persist. The winners of the world are not those who never failed. They are the ones who never let failure stop them. So, make the decision now. No matter what comes your way, no matter how hard it gets, commit to pushing forward. Act as if you cannot lose, because when quitting is not an option, success becomes inevitable. 7, mastermind group. Who you surround yourself with matters. One of the most powerful secrets of success is this: the people you surround yourself with will determine how far you go. No one succeeds alone. The greatest achievers in history did not reach their level of greatness in isolation. They built strong networks, powerful alliances, and surrounded themselves with people who fueled their ambition. The most successful individuals understand the importance of association. They build mastermind groups, teams of like-minded individuals who challenge them, support them, and push them to the next level. These groups are not just social circles, they are incubators of success, where ideas are refined, strategies are developed, and mindsets are strengthened. When you surround yourself with winners, you start thinking, acting, and operating at a higher level. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the people around you influence your mindset, habits, and ambitions? If you spend time with people who complain, make excuses, and accept mediocrity, you will unconsciously adopt their mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, expect excellence, and constantly strive for more, you will naturally rise to their level. Look at the most successful figures in history. Henry Ford had Thomas Edison and other innovators in his circle. Despite their rivalry, challenged each other to think bigger and innovate further. Success is not just about individual effort, it is about leveraging the power of association. The truth is, your environment shapes your reality. If you surround yourself with people who are complacent, your ambitions will shrink to fit that environment. But if you align yourself with those who are constantly striving for greatness, you will be pulled up to their level. Their energy, mindset, and drive will push you beyond your perceived limits. So how do you build a powerful network? How do you create your own mastermind group? First, seek out individuals who inspire you. Find people who have already achieved what you are striving for. Learn from them, study their habits, and if possible, connect with them. If you can't access them in person, absorb their wisdom through books, podcasts, or online content. Second, eliminate negative influences. You do not have to cut people out of your life completely, but you must protect your mind from toxic energy. Distance yourself from those who drain your motivation, who fill your head with doubt, or who encourage small thinking. Third, add value to those around you. Great relationships are built on mutual benefit. If you want to connect with powerful, successful individuals, ask yourself, what can I bring to the table? Offer insight, support, and encouragement. Become someone who uplifts others, and you will naturally attract high-caliber people into your life. Lastly, hold yourself to a higher standard. If you want to be in the presence of great minds, you must operate at their level. Expect excellence from yourself. Commit to growth. Never settle for average. Success is not just about talent or hard work. It is about positioning yourself in an environment that breeds greatness. If you surround yourself with small thinkers, your dreams will shrink. But if you surround yourself with giants, your vision will expand beyond limits. Remember this, the people around you either push you forward or pull you back. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who make you better and watch how far you go. 8, the subconscious mind. Control it, or it controls you. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and failure, they will take root and flourish. But if you plant seeds of confidence, belief, and success, your life will transform in ways you never imagined. The thoughts you consistently feed your mind become the foundation of your reality. Most people go through life unaware of the power of their subconscious mind. They let negative thoughts, fears, and self-doubt dominate their mental space. They focus on problems instead of solutions, failures instead of opportunities. And just like weeds taking over a garden, these negative thoughts choke out any chance of success. But those who understand the power of the subconscious mind take control of their thoughts. They intentionally plant powerful, positive beliefs that lead to unstoppable momentum. Every single day, you must make a conscious effort to feed your mind with positivity. This is not just a feel-good exercise, it is a necessity. Your mind is constantly being influenced by the world around you. The news, social media, and even the people you interact with can plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation. If you do not take control of what enters your mind, negativity will take over by default. So what can you do? You must become the gatekeeper of your mind. Read inspiring books that expand your thinking. Listen to motivational speeches that ignite your passion. Surround yourself with people who uplift and challenge you. Drown out negativity, reject self-doubt, and immerse yourself in an environment that reinforces your belief in success. Successful people understand this principle. They do not allow negative thoughts to dictate their actions. They do not dwell on failures or past mistakes. Instead, they program their minds with thoughts of victory, resilience, and confidence. They visualize their success before it happens. They act as if success is guaranteed because they know that when the subconscious mind believes it, reality will shift to match that belief. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and imagination. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you are a winner, that you are unstoppable, that success is inevitable, your mind will accept these statements as truth. And once your subconscious believes it, your actions, habits, and decisions will align with that belief. You will walk, talk, and think like a winner. You will attract opportunities that others miss. You will turn obstacles into stepping stones. This is not magic, it is psychology. Athletes use this technique to win championships. Entrepreneurs use it to build empires. Leaders use it to inspire nations. They understand that the battle is won in the mind before it is won in reality. Think about this. If you knew without a doubt that you would succeed, how would you act? Would you hesitate? Would you second guess yourself? Or would you move forward with unstoppable confidence? The answer is clear. When you truly believe in your success, you operate at a higher level. You make bolder decisions. You take smarter risks. You stay persistent even when faced with challenges. Your future is being shaped by the thoughts you plant today. Will you allow doubt and fear to grow, or will you take control and plant the seeds of confidence, determination, and success? The choice is yours. From this moment on, decide to be intentional with your thoughts. Speak success into existence. Act as if your dreams are already yours. Train your subconscious mind to expect greatness and watch as your reality transforms to match your belief. 9. The power of decisive action. During the 1930s, the world was in turmoil. The Great Depression had devastated economies, wiped out businesses, and left millions struggling to survive. Fear and uncertainty gripped the world, and most people hesitated, afraid to take action. But history shows a clear truth. Those who took decisive action, whether in business, innovation, or investing, came out on top. In times of crisis, people tend to freeze. They wait, they hesitate, they hope for better conditions before making a move. But those who waited in the 1930s, those who let fear control them, ended up with nothing. They let opportunities pass them by, too afraid to take the risks necessary to change their circumstances. Meanwhile, a select few, the bold, the fearless, the action takers, saw the crisis as an opportunity. They moved with confidence. They took risks. And they ended up building fortunes while others remained stuck in fear. Look at the industrialists, the entrepreneurs, the investors of that era. While the masses hesitated, visionaries like Henry Ford, John D. Rockefeller, and Andrew Carnegie continued to push forward. They understood a fundamental law of success. Fortune favors the bold. Those who waited for the perfect moment were left behind, while those who seized opportunities, despite uncertainty, rose to greatness. The same principle applies today. Success is not for those who hesitate. It is for those who make bold moves, who take massive action, and who refuse to let fear dictate their decisions. The world does not reward inaction. It rewards those who step forward with confidence. So, what does this mean for you? It means that waiting is not an option. If you want to create success, you must act as if success is already yours. You must move with certainty. You must make decisions quickly, adjust when necessary, and never let hesitation paralyze you. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack the courage to take action. They overanalyze, they second-guess themselves, and in doing so, they miss their moment. But winners understand that no opportunity is ever perfect. There will always be risk. There will always be unknowns. But success belongs to those who push forward despite uncertainty. Take a look at the greatest entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders today. They don't hesitate. They make bold moves. They invest in themselves. They trust their instincts. And because of that, they create opportunities where others see obstacles. They act with the confidence that success is inevitable, and their actions reflect that belief. So ask yourself, are you waiting for the right time? Are you letting fear hold you back, or are you ready to step up, take risks, and claim what is yours? If you want to win, you must make decisive action your habit. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Train yourself to move forward even when the path isn't clear. Success is a mindset, and that mindset is built through action. Act as if you cannot fail. Move as if success is already guaranteed. Because when you do, your actions will begin to align with that belief. The world bends to those who refuse to wait. Be one of them. Take bold action, make fearless moves, and watch as the doors of opportunity swing wide open for you. Fear is the single biggest enemy of success. It paralyzes, it destroys confidence, and it keeps people trapped in mediocrity. And in times of crisis, like the Great Depression, fear destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. It wasn't just the economic collapse that ruined lives, it was the fear that stopped people from taking action, from adapting, from pushing forward when it mattered most. Fear is a natural instinct. It is hardwired into our minds to protect us from danger. But in the modern world, fear is no longer just about survival. It has become a mental barrier that holds people back from success. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. These fears are not real dangers. Yet they have the power to destroy ambitions, crush confidence, and keep people from ever realizing their potential. But the successful, the ones who rise above adversity, learn to transmute fear into power. They do not let fear stop them. Instead, they use it. They recognize fear as an indicator that they are stepping outside their comfort zone, that they are about to do something meaningful, something that has the power to change their lives. Rather than retreating, they use fear as a signal to take action. Think about it. Every great success story is filled with moments of fear. Entrepreneurs risking everything to start a business. Athletes stepping onto the field in front of thousands. Leaders making decisions that could shape history. They all feel fear, but they act anyway. They understand that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. So ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Failure? Judgment? Rejection? Good. That means you're on the right path. The things that scare you the most are usually the things that have the power to change your life. Fear is a sign that you're stepping into something bigger than yourself. And that is exactly where you need to be. The biggest mistake people make is believing that they need to eliminate fear before they can act. They wait to feel ready, to feel confident, but that moment never comes. Confidence is built through action. The only way to silence fear is to do the thing you're afraid of. Once you take the first step, fear loses its grip. The more you push through it, the weaker it becomes. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. Successful people do what they fear. They don't let hesitation stop them. They understand that discomfort is part of the process, that growth requires risk. Every time they feel fear, they remind themselves that fear is a liar. It creates illusions of failure. But the only true failure is giving in to it. History proves this over and over. During the Great Depression, many people gave up, letting fear dictate their choices. But those who took risks, who invested, who adapted, those were the ones who built fortunes. Fear made the masses retreat, but the fearless moved forward, and the world rewarded them for it. The same rule applies today. The world belongs to those who take action despite their fears. The ones who refuse to let fear control them are the ones who achieve greatness. They embrace the uncertainty. They move forward even when the outcome isn't guaranteed, and because of that, they win. So, what will you do? Will you let fear define your life, or will you use it as fuel? The choice is yours. Feel the fear, but act anyway, because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. And only those who push through will ever get to see it. The world will never believe in you if you don't believe in yourself first. Act as if you are the best. Walk like it. Speak like it. Work like it. And soon enough, the world will have no choice but to see you that way. Success is not about luck. It's about decision. And today, I challenge you to decide. Are you going to think and grow rich, or are you going to wait for success to come to you? The choice is yours. Now act like you are the best, and go claim your success.